You're now listening to No Gimmicks. Yo, what is going on, No Gimmicks Nation? It's your boy, JJ Jefferson. And yes, I know this isn't my normal co-host, Kelvin Cately, joining me tonight, but y'all should know him. If you don't know, allow me to introduce you. He is a part of our network here at the DFPN. This is my ignorant brother, Mr. Sugar Cookie himself, Devin Ashby, or as we call him, Captain Scully. Scully, welcome to No Gimmicks.
Welcome, good to have me, Scully, Scullington, Scullinomics. The way the cape of the skull cap has arrived in the Lone Star State.
That he has, and if you didn't know, he's from up north. He's from the Maryland area, DC area. He is down here in Texas, and we're talking wrestling because, as you know, Metroplex Wrestling is returning this Saturday night for the Purge. Scully, this is your first time being involved with MPX. So before we dig into the Purge, what are your thoughts? What are you looking forward to as we get ready for one of the most chaotic shows from the best weekly run-in promo down here in the Lone Star State?
I'm going to tell you this, actually, shout out to y'all. This is my first indie show that I've ever been to. So I'm just looking forward to everything. I'm not expecting nothing. Well, nothing, like I'm just walking in with an open mind because I am excited. I've been hearing good things. We've had a chance on our show to interview a handful of different wrestlers, so it's like I've kind of been involved with it, but this is the first time seeing it live in the flesh. So I'm excited and I'm ready for it. So.
Yes, sir, man. Well, as we say down here with MPX, we call ourselves the addicts, MPS addicts. So you're officially an addict now. If you didn't know, now you know. Cannot wait to get into the Purge. And MPX has been on a hiatus. It's been a couple of months since we've last seen MPX. Level Up left us some very, very crucial moments, questions that needed to be answered. And this Saturday night, we get those answers in the form of the Purge. So MPX addicts, old and new, not just Scully. For those of you in the chat joining us on the show, let me give you a rundown on what to expect on Purge night. In less than 24 hours, the annual Purge is going to commence and all rules go out the window. That's right. Everybody is fair game. So if you are front row, second row, fifth row, the action may very well at some point come your way. So have your head on a swivel. It is going to be a night of chaos, madness. And if you haven't seen the flyers, let me go ahead and show you one of the graphics right now. The Purge is happening this Saturday, Southwest Community Center. And tonight, we've got your Purge predictions. We're going to run down this card very fast. Scully is going to give us his live predictions on the spot as a first-time addict. And addicts, if you're in the comment section, we want to hear from you tonight too. Who are you picking? Who are you leaning towards? What do you want to see? And we're going to shout some of you out. So, Scully, are you ready to dig into the Purge?
I'm ready. You are now here announcing the commencement of the annual Purge.
Oh, just wait for it. The sirens are going to happen and go off. But before we get into the sirens, y'all know what time it is. We got to play our This Week on MPX video. It's been a minute. So MPX addicts, buckle up, strap in, get ready. This is what's coming your way this weekend at the Purge. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and kick things off with this first match that I can't wait to dig into. Scully kind of gave you all the preview. We've had him on the show before. He's a friend of the show, and if you didn't know, I'm talking about the Shining Truth. I'm talking about Demo Diamond. He is going one-on-one with AEW's Bounty Hunter, a Texas pillar, a wrestling staple down here in the Lone Star State, Brian Keith. And it was announced that Brian Keith was coming to the Purge. And as we all know, when Brian Keith shows up, he's out to collect a bounty. However, one Demo Diamond is the one who answered the open call for Brian Keith. So, Scully, seeing this match, what are you looking forward to? And who are you picking to come out on top between Demo and Brian Keith?
I've been going back and forth on this one. This is the match. When you showed me the card and you were like running down when I decided I was coming down here to see it, this was one of the matches that got me in on it. It was like, because we've talking to Demo before, he's been on our show before, he's we know what it is with Demo Diamond, like we know what it is, and obviously Brian Keith is obviously legend in his own right and whatnot. So this one is hard. Like this one, I'm like really scratching my head trying to think about this one. But if somebody like gun to my head, I had to pick it, I think I'm gonna go with Demo.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with Demo. Like you don't just answer a challenge like this and not come out here and do what you gotta do. So I'm gonna go with Demo. I'm gonna go with Demo.
I love it. Hey, like I said, MPX Addicts, this is coming from a legitimate first-time MPX addict down here in the Lone Star State. So if you've got predictions, we want to hear them in the chat too. Shout out to our chat that's coming alive with us tonight. We all right here, living proof, fair game at the Purge. I can attest to that. There's been some moments where some chairs have flown my way. I've seen a man almost get lit on fire. I have a piece of broken table that was set on fire as a collection from a Purge night. And shout out to Kim as well. We have one more sleep, MPX Addicts, and it is Purge night. And shout out to We All Riot here again. The Bounty Hunter gets his man. He's going with Brian Keith for the win. So I guess I'll be the tiebreaker here because it's 1-1. Man, this match has main event caliber written on it.
Like I'm telling you.
On any card.
It's crazy.
On a Ring of Honor card, an AEW card, a Collision card, a Dynamite card, an MPX card. This is going to be a hard-hitting fight. For anyone that has seen Brian Keith, y'all know that man packs a punch.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, for those of you that have seen Demo Diamond or have heard Demo Diamond, that man also packs a punch and a forearm. This one is going to be bar for bar, bat for bat, pound for pound, a slugfest. And I think this might be the only match on the card that doesn't have a stipulation attached to it. So in that case, oh man, I'm going to go with my guy. I'm going to go with the Shining Truth. I'm going to go Demo Diamond on this one, mainly because he has some smoke with one of my D1 ignorant fellas already.
I ain't want to bring it up. But you notice he ain't here. So
this is the show for it. Please bring it up. So, yes, I'm going to go with Demo for the win. It's going to be a very tightly contested match. In my opinion, it has match of the night written on it already. And shout out to Black, my co-host, Kelvin Cayley, who's joining us in the chat. Demo does level up at the Purge, and I think Demo is going to get this one done. Cannot wait to see it happen. And speaking of can't wait to see this happen, we had this next gentleman on the show not too long ago. One Texas Crash Out. My guy, Travis Cuddy, is coming to MPX. He is taking on the hard-headed Hawaiian Bretta Kaimi as he defends the MPX Prospect title for his first of 4 title defenses. So, addicts, let me give you a quick rundown. Scully, this is for you too. For the Prospect champion, if they defend their title 4 successful times in a row, think of it like the Money in the Bank briefcase. They have 4 successful wins. They can cash that Prospect title in at any time they want for the MPX championship. So in this match, Bretta Kaimi this is number 1. and he's going against the Texas Crash Out, Travis Cuddy. What are your thoughts on this one?
This one is a little bit different. I think this one, Brother Kaimi, I just think he's locked in. He wants that gold, and I don't think anybody's gonna get in his way.
So you're going Brother Kaimi and Steel.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got our first and Steel of the night. So again, MPX Addicts, Richard Hill has put out a post. How many and Steels, how many and news are we gonna see at the Purge? There are 5 titles that are being defended at the Purge.
So we 1 for 1 right now, and Steel.
1 for 1. Well,
or either way.
It's okay. It's okay. You're going with the. I'm gonna go and new, and the reason I'm gonna go and new, we had him on the show. Kelvin and I talked to this man. We talked to Travis Cuddy, and he feels disrespected, not just with MPX, but just in general. Some of the words that he said, the answers he gave us, the comments that he made. I really believe that Cuddy is going to come in with a chip on his shoulder, and because of the fact that it's on a night like the Purge, where anything is fair game, I think that's what's going to give him the edge. Because if it was a normal night, I would have said Brother Kaimi. But again, Travis Cuddy just recently won the World Hazard Championship at Wrestle Rave from Dmitry Alexandrov, and that is a title known for violence. What is going to happen at the Purge?
Violence in all its pure form.
Violence. So I just because of the night, because of the dominoes, because of how it's looking, I'm going to go with the and new, give it to Travis Cuddy. And shout out here to our chat, giving us their comments as well. We all riot here, letting us know all respect to Cuddy. Kaimi is on another level, and I agree. Brother Kaimi coming back from his injury has been leaps and bounds and just blowing through the competition. I just don't know because of this layoff that MPX has had. I don't know.
I think it could work in his favor though, because now he's had time to rest. He's had time to
True.
rejuvenate. He's had time to simmer. That's
true.
You're walking into an event where it's just all unbridled violence.
That's a good analysis of it. That's a good way to look at it. But this next match that I want to bring up here is one that I have circled because we've been on this show with this guy and we've talked about it. There are some people that you just don't bet against here at MPX. Title match number 2. The MPX Addicts title is going to be defended, and our champion, that guy who has that dog in him, Red Chambers, is going to defend against the chosen one, LVJ. Now, before I give it to Scully here, allow me to paint the picture for some of y'all that missed out on Level Up. We saw what happened with LVJ near the end of his main event match with Dylan Cavens for the MPX Championship. So LVJ seems to have some group issues between him and JD Griffey, Big J, Joangelo Garcia. For Red Chambers, on the other hand, he survived a street fight with Lethal Lou Cameron, who Lou Cameron knocked everybody out clean on his way up to that match. And Red Chambers survived. So for me, this is an automatic lock. And still, MPX Addicts champion, that guy, Red Chambers. Scully?
I'm with you. This is 2 for 2 for me. It's and still another and still. It's just I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of distractions going on the other side. It's a lot of stuff. Like I don't know where his head is at, especially with this long layoff. Like this is kind of the opposite of what we were just talking about,
right?
Where it's like this is one of them times where you would probably prefer to just jump right into something new,
right,
and not have this stuff simmering. So yeah, I just think and still.
I love it. Well, we got a comment in the section. Shout out We All Riot here. I feel like you're going to be with us all night. He says, and new MPX Addicts champion LVJ is going to be set at the end of the night. And for the Addicts, I don't know what that means, because for the Addicts title, for those of you that didn't know, that is one of those titles that it means something to the MPX Addicts, whether you love them or hate them. And LVJ has made it known, I don't really like the MPX Addicts. So if he wins the title, I don't know what that does. I don't know what that means. We might never see that title again.
Ever in life.
Man, I don't know. But please check, keep your comments rolling in. We're going to keep going through these predictions because this next one, when I told y'all earlier, have your head on a swivel, this one right here, this one, you want to have your head on a swivel. The MPX Tag Team Championships are going to be defended under Texas Tornado rules, meaning all 4 guys are going to be in the ring at the same time. Literally, there's no tagging in and out. They're all going to be in the ring. There's no rules. Anything goes. You're going to love this tag team name. The Cure. They call themselves the Coalition, undoing racism everywhere. Tatum Manning, 1 in a million, and the one true final boss, Exodus Prime, the Cure, defends their MPX Tag Team titles against the Cowabunga Kid, Adam Green, and the Revenant, Langley. And we've got a guest, I think, joining us who's going to add themselves in here in just a second. But before we do, what are your thoughts on this match?
Oh man, I can't never go against the culture. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And the culture needs it because every time somebody has gone against every time people have put on for the culture, it doesn't work. So I need this one to be end still. I need it. Do we get it? Yes, I think we do. Right now, I don't see no title changes yet. I haven't seen it yet. So I mean, you never know. You never know with this kind of a match, it's just, man, there's another tough one. I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to just go with Ann still. I'm going to just play it safe.
That's not a bad bet because the funny thing, Kelvin and I, we've talked about this on the show. Every time that we've bet against Exodus Prime and Tatum, when they've gone up against somebody, Most Wanted, they've knocked off. Purple Haze, Prince Alexander, and Stevie Hendricks, they've knocked off. When we've talked about KOA, Kane Carter and Davion Black, who we've had on the show, they somehow found a way to knock them off. So even though Tatum and Exodus have a great reputation as singles wrestlers, they always get it done together as a team, and they come out on top. But the thing is with this, we have some young guns, Adam Green and Langley, who are out to prove themselves. And Adam Green has been on the show and said, hey, I respect Exodus. I respect Tatum, but we want that gold too.
Right.
So I think them having the chip on their shoulder, I think the Texas Tornado rules is going to be wild to see just 4 men all over the place fighting. You don't know where they're going to be, where it's going to go. Man, it's a hard toss-up, but I'm going to go with you. And I'm going to go with the chat too, because shout out to Kim letting us know. She says, and still. Shout out to We All Riot here again. Very hard choice to make. Got to go with the experience factor and Steel. I'm going to go with and Steel too. Our guest, I believe, is here. I think he's here. I don't know if he's in audio or not. Maybe. Feel free to jump in whenever you would like, guest, because it's your show too, technically. You just gave me the keys tonight. But we want to hear from you guys. 1 for Ann Steele, 2 for Ann New with this tag team match of the Cure versus Adam Green and Langley. Oh, look at that. We got some fancy artwork coming up. I think he's just doing it behind the scenes to tease us tonight.
He's definitely, yeah.
I think that's what I think he's trying to one-up me without one-upping me.
Right. He's back. Look at him.
He's back, but you can't see him.
Right.
It's John Cena. No,
it's Danhausen. It's Danhausen. You're cursed.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna keep the wait a minute. I think he's here.
Wait a minute.
I am backstage, but my internet is crappy, so I'm gonna stay backstage. You're doing a phenomenal job, by the way.
Thank you.
Hello,
And
MPX addicts.
nobody has been beaten up on the show yet. We don't have any surprise attacks and ambushes, so we're good.
By God, he's got a chair.
Oh man.
Good show so far. All right, bye.
Bye. We'll see you soon. But speaking of chairs, speaking of violence, speaking of, attacks and weapons and violence and all the things, right? This next match has been boiling. It's been building, and we're finally going to get a culmination of a true blood feud between brothers as the rugged Gabe Wilder returns to action to take on his former brother of the Scorn, The Aura, the Supernova, Tame. And this one, you can see it on the graphic. First blood match,
Pretty
meaning
self-explanatory.
it's pretty self-explanatory. These two are going to fight and beat the crap out of each other until somebody is bleeding. Who are you leaning towards in this match?
Well, first of all, I gotta say, remember Luther Vandross once said a chair is still a chair. You know, he said that, and it comes in handy in this match. I would think.
Even if no one is sitting there.
Even if no one is sitting there or taking it to the head. With that being said, Scorn.
Are you going where I think you're going? Are you going with the rugged, or are you going with the Supernova?
The rugged.
We're going rugged.
The rugged.
Yeah, see, I knew we picked a good guy to join us on the show tonight. I knew we had a great replacement co-host because Kelvin couldn't make it, but he did make it. But it's okay because tonight is all about getting rugged. At the Purge, it's gonna get rugged. And it seems like the chat is already divisive. Shout out to We All Riot here. Yes, he's very rugged. There's going to be some broken aura. But shout out to Kim. She's been Tame's biggest supporter. Well, really since Kelvin. She believes the aura is too strong. Again, the last time that I had Gabe on the show, Demo was joining me as the co-host. Tame broke into Gabe's house and whooped his ass on set.
Yeah, so you don't do that.
So, see,
there's just some things you don't do.
There's some things you don't do. And for the culture, what we know, if somebody is gonna run up on you in your own house, you're gonna get your get back.
Somebody has to die. Somebody has to bleed. So it's like Batman. Do you bleed? Like it's all of that. You will. Like that should be the intro. I just can just picture just Ben Affleck's Batman. Do you bleed? You will. And that's like, I'm just thinking of that.
Hey, I'm not mad at it.
Somebody's got to bleed.
Somebody's going to bleed for sure. And I think Gabe is going to get his get back. He's been on the shelf over 6 months while Tame has been soaking in this aura, this arrogance, this fragrance that doesn't really smell that great. All the things, right? Mm-hmm. Gabe's going to come back, and he said it on the show. A lot of people think of me as just a wrestler, but when people talk about deathmatch wrestling, when people talk about hardcore wrestling, a lot of people don't talk about me, and they should. So I think, again, look at the night. It's the Purge, chips on shoulders, anger, aggression, violence. This is screaming a rugged win for Gabe Wilder. Sorry, Tame.
Hate to see it.
You hate to see it. Thankfully, I said his name and he didn't appear. Normally, there's a thing on this show where we talk about Tame, and then somehow magically Tame.
But you can't keep saying it because then it's gonna happen.
I don't know. Maybe I'm digging.
You gotta hurry up and get to the next one.
I'm trying to pull it up right now as we speak. And speaking of, this one is one that Kelvin and we talked about this one a lot. We have some very deep thoughts about this one. Kelvin gave props where props were due. And if you haven't seen that clip, that reel, go check that out, because this next match, another title, the MPX Women's Championship is on the line. The current champion, Hell's favorite harlot, Priscilla Kelly, is defending her championship against not one, but two very badass ladies. One, the living dead girl herself, Abaddon, and then a new resurgence in player one, Vert Vixen. I think my co-host may still be here, and if he is, I would love for him to interject and throw something in here for this one, because this is one we talk about a lot. And Scully, I'm gonna turn it to you in just a second, but I think this one is going to be the night for sure. We get and new. We talked about it with Matt Andrews. Vert Vixen has kicked it into another gear, as if she hasn't been doing that her whole damn career, but now, because of how confident she is in herself, that's a danger for every woman around her. And it's unfortunate because she's been on record saying this too. If you have a championship belt, I want it. And coming into the Purge, it's already a triple threat, so there was no DQ anyway. But she's going after Priscilla Kelly and Abaddon with the title that she's had her eyes on for a while now. I think we finally get our due diligence and new MPX Women's Champion at the end of the night, Vert Vixen. Scully, what are your thoughts on this one?
This title is changing. This title is changing. Now, I do wonder about, like if some people are sleeping on the living dead, because this is the purge. This is the kind of a night for some surprises,
right?
Some things that to expect the unexpected,
right?
I mean, this would be the kind of event where the living dead would really just stunt on everybody.
Well, hold on. We're gonna get to that in a second. That's at the main event, but yes.
But with that being said, I can't go against player one. I can't do it. I can't do it. You can't be player one without a title, right?
That's true.
So she gonna get that title. This and new. This is gonna be and new.
I love it. Our co-host is here, the man himself, Kelvin Cayley. Kelvin, what are your thoughts on this one, man?
Nothing I haven't said already. If you look at Vert Vixen, and let's go back to Destiny. All right. And when she first had this change of attitude, of direction, whatever you want to call it, I thought that night she should have walked out of there American Joshi champion. I thought she was someone that fit the role perfectly. If you look at her stints in Japan, I thought that title was handcrafted for her. She did not walk out of the Destiny with that title. And since then, it's created nothing but a monster, not just in MPX, but all over. Everywhere she's gone, it's created a monster. And I think that monster is coming back to the scene of the crime with no rules attached. And you have this scenario that at the end of this match, you are looking definitely at Anu. And like I said before, I think it's time. I think it's time that she's on top of the mountain here at MPX. And you look at someone like a Vert Vixen, you put her in any scenario with any woman that comes into this company and wants to challenge for the title, you have someone that can be that champion, be the face of the women's division here at MPX. And it is just making sense. And, oh, by the way, she has a massive chip on her shoulder. So I think and I think we enter into the Vert Vixen era.
Absolutely. I love your thoughts on it. Shout out to We All Riot here, who's going to plead the fifth on this one. I can tell you must be split between three different ways. That one's going to be violent. That one's going to be a lot to see. I can't wait to see it. And speaking of violence, speaking of aggression, it's like we're building and building and building. And this next match, when it was announced, it was like, oh, okay, it's a singles match. But then a few hours later, we get told that it's last monster standing. What do I mean by that? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a one-on-one match with Big J taking on a returning world breaker, Brick Savage, who just recently signed with MLW. Kudos to you, Brick, on all that you're doing everywhere that you go. Way to welcome you back to the Purge on a night where anything goes. Last monster standing, Brick Savage, Big J. I don't even have to paint the scene for this one.
You're gonna paint it with somebody's blood.
Somebody's blood is gonna get painted for sure. And all I can say is if you're front row, second row, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, if you're in the first 7 rows of this match, have your head on a swivel. Because Lucha Brick, seeing Brick fly, oh my God. And then you put in weapons. Oh my God. We thought Big J had CTE at Destiny after his match with Demo Diamond. We might not see Big J after this match with Brick Savage. With that being said, I'm going World Breaker. I'm going Brick Savage to walk out with a massive win, huge victory, and unfortunately a body. I'm sorry, Big J. I'm sorry. Thoughts on this one?
Her, me, him, bodies. Oh, this is not looking good for Big J. Let me tell you that right now. last monster standing, world breaking on a just crazy kind of just roll right now. Somebody needs to pray because it's oh no, the world breaker. It's for me, it's pretty cut and dry here.
I love it. It seems like our comment section is agreeing with us. Easy pick of the night. Brick Savage gets this, no problem. And shout out to Kelvin because he is agreeing. JD Griffey has been very quiet, but that's something that Kelvin and I have touched on. When JD Griffey goes silent, that's a danger for everybody in the locker room because we know that JD is always 5 steps ahead of everybody. And while they're playing checkers, he's playing chess. And he's been real quiet. He hasn't said anything. It's been crickets. There hasn't been any comments. There hasn't been anything. It's been crickets. So that's something to pay attention to. And yes, I can't believe the No Gimmicks podcast is actually saying this. Forgive me, Brick, going with the crowd, picking Big J. We here at the No Gimmicks podcast do not condone that last comment. I don't know who typed that message. I don't know who put that comment out there. I support the World Breaker Brick Savage. I don't see Big J somehow walking away from this match.
Or walking at all, really. Any type of physical walking of any type.
Yeah, this is just a rough go at it. It's fine. It happens. But I love that. Signed with my conscience. I will take that for what it's worth.
Honestly.
I might need to make a couple of phone calls to see if I can get some clearance for the Purge, especially this next match. It's been talked about. We know zombies are coming. Zombies are invading Fort Worth. Zombies are coming to the Purge. JCW's tag team, The Outbreak, is debuting at MPX this Saturday night. And by God, what a debut they have in store for them. They're going to dive into the mad world as the Magnificent Malico returns to MPX. And he is going to team with a very violent, very dangerous, very motivated Texas Chainsaw, Sky De La Cremosa, and what promises to be a hard-hitting, death-defying. I can't think of any more additives because I'm already scared out of my mind. I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm intimidated already just looking at this amazing graphic. What are your thoughts on this one?
Okay, first of all, this graphic is incredible. Like, give me game 7-game series of between these tag teams, and I haven't even seen them go up against each other yet. But with that said, I'm going with the upset. The Outbreak in their debut match are going to win this match because this is their kind of environment. I would think like some zombies during the Purge would like, no, this is like home field advantage for them. Even in the debut, I just have a hard time thinking. Maybe not have a hard time. That's a stretch, but like it, I think that they are going to have the supernatural on their side. Tonight's going to be just one of those weird, like I said, you expect the unexpected. This is the Purge. All type of craziness can happen, and this is the one that I'm like, okay, upset alert.
You've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. This is coming from a first-time MPX addict. So, first-time MPX addicts. If you haven't seen this, if you haven't been around this, if you've never been around zombies, if you have not seen the Texas Chainsaw, Sky De La Cremosa at the Purge, y'all go ahead and buckle up. Everybody is in for a treat. And by everybody, I know I said that last match, Brick Savage and Big J, the first 7 rows have your head on a swivel. If you're in the building at the Southwest Community Center for this tag team match, you better have your head on a swivel. The action could very well come your way at some point in time. And this one's going to get crazy. This one's going to be nuts. This one's going to be insane. I forgot to tell you this, Scully, but it's okay. I'll tell you now. Leading up to this match, it was announced that the Outbreak was coming. And Sky was going through a metamorphosis where he was getting back to his roots, right? Sky put a call out there to the MPX locker room and said, hey, somebody fight me to earn the right to be my tag team partner to take on said zombies. And nobody in the locker room stepped up. until Sky went down into the Mad World and the magnificent Malico returned. I'm going to go with my MPX OGs on this one. I love the Outbreak. I cannot wait to see them. But I it's hard to bet against Sky. This is his element. This is his realm. And at the last purge, Sky took on a very dangerous threat in the Carver, and that was a destructive match. That was violent. Now he's taking on zombies. But he's got Malico on his side. So I've got to go with Sky and Malico. And shout out to Black. Yes, this is home field advantage for Sky at a backdrop like the Purge. And I agree with you too. I don't think there's much else that needs to be said. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be violent. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be destructive. Just if you're in the building, please have your head on a swivel. Have your head on a constant swivel. And speaking of swivel, I think we're at our final match of the night. This one is one that I cannot wait to talk about. And I hope our co-host is still behind the scenes and will jump in to give his thoughts on this one. All the gold is on the line. The MPX title is on the line as he who shall be named Brilliant Dylan Cavins is defending his title against the new, well, he still is the reincarnation of excellence. But as you can see by this graphic, he is also going as the silent variable, which creates a problem because that means that he's unknown. And Kelvin and I, we've talked about it. All his moves that he's been making lately have been unknown. They've been mysterious, but he's been calm, cool, and collected. He's known to be crispier than a McDonald's Sprite. Where are you going in this title match? And still, Dylan Cavins or and new Kari Ja Wright?
Dang, that McDonald's Sprite, man, that's pretty crispy. You know, those things can cure all type of ailments. Goodness, it's Kari and new because just like and new, the way you become and new is that you make some new changes. You do some things. This is a new version of him. Apparently, he's unknown. How are you gonna go up against something you ain't never seen before?
Oh, that's
reincarnation. Like it's right there in the name. Like it's Kari's title to lose at this point. I mean, well, technically it's Craven's to lose, but like it's and new.
Hey, I'm gonna double down on that. I said it on the show because of the fact that, you know, those of you that know my background and my history, I've shared it. My family is a huge, we love Cavins. That's my dog. We love Caven. My girls, ever since MPX has been on hiatus, every time they see Cavins on a flyer or they see MPX, I want to see Cavins. I want to see Cavins. We go to the shows. It's Cavins. Like, Cavins just draws people to him. And that's why the MPX addicts love Dylan Cavins so much. But one thing is, everybody has been sleeping on Kari Ja Wright as if he's not that guy, as if he's not the reincarnation of excellence, as if he wasn't Kari 3 belts at one point in time with the TWC. And he cashed in to get the MPX title. So he's been to the mountaintop. He's been to this dance. And it's on a night like the Purge where anything can happen. It's not your traditional match. It's not your traditional rules. Anything could very well happen. And Kari, because of the experience factor, I think he has that edge behind him. And it's something that Kelvin and I have talked about too. Dylan Cavins, for all it's worth, when the lights start to get bright, it's like, what version of Cavins are we going to get? And with MPX being gone, with the return, everybody wants to be at the Purge. This is very similar to Ring of Honor MPX Global Wars. And we saw what happened at Global Wars. JD Griffey came in there, had a mission, took the championship. I think at the Purge, Kari Ja Wright gets his belt back. This change, this unknown, this everything that he's been going through. I think he gets it done. And shout out to We All Riot here in the comments. This version of Kari might be the most dangerous and new. And yes, Run for Cover. If y'all don't remember Kari, when Run for Cover was his theme and how that whole era of Kari hit different, buckle up. Just buckle up. We're in for a treat. Kelvin, what are your thoughts on this one?
I've been paying attention to the Purge and everyone's statements and their general attitude towards coming back to MPX. I'm going to tell you the two things that stood out to me about the Purge. One was Vert Vixen, who we talked about. The second, Kari Jai Wright. Kari Jai Wright, if you go back to Level Up, demeanor insanely calm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was last week, he put out this video, short, sweet, to the point. I don't need people to believe in me. I just need a referee that can count to 3.
Mm-hmm.
That moment, I said, yep, that guy's winning the belt. Because he's going to take, and this is what I've been talking about. Nothing to Cavens. I love you, Cavens. I do. I really do love you. But if you've paid attention to No Gimmicks, and when I say the demeanor switch of people, like what I'm seeing out of Kari Jai Wright and Vert Vixen is what I've been wanting to see.
Mm-hmm.
The frustration finally turning over. I believe Cavens is going to get to that point too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Cavens is going to have to lose this title to realize, hey, I had it, I lost it, things have got to change. The switch is in Cavens. He hasn't activated it yet. If you look at Kari Jai Wright, he's activated the switch very clearly.
Mm-hmm.
He is entering into his final form. And that is very dangerous for anyone in his way. Cavens is a underdog. He fights tough, all heart. I don't think it matters. I really don't at the end of the day, because where Kari Jai Wright's mindset is I'm coming to get this title and nothing is going to stop me. Point blank, period. And when you have that across from you in the ring, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. You know you're going to be in a fight, but you now have what he's saying is the silent variable. You don't know the level that he's going to be able to go to, what he's going to be able to tap into, because he's showing you nothing but telling you everything at the same time. I do think we're looking at an new situation.
Absolutely love it. And if you missed the comment, the chat agrees with you. You're spitting fire. We are all going with the and new here for the MPX Championship. And that is everything that we have in store for the Purge that's been announced. If you want to know what else is going to go down, I'm sure there's more surprises. I'm sure we're going to have some wonderful things to talk about after the Purge, but you got to be there to see it in person. Southwest Community Center, Fort Worth, Texas. Front row and second row is officially sold out. All that is left is general admission tickets. So make sure you go to mpxwrestling.com, get your tickets early to get added to the call list so you can be entered into the building early before those that buy it at the door. I believe tickets will still be available at the door, but from the Texas Rumble, that sold out. So you don't want to wait. Go get your tickets while you can. This is going to be special. Doors are opening at 7 p.m. The meet and greet is included. So you'll be able to shake some hands, take some pictures, get some merch, get your concessions, avoid the zombies. Just steer clear of the zombies. And then the show starts at 8. And one final surprise before we get off the air. The No Gimmicks podcast is going to be on site for the Purge. And we are going to have a special, what we like to call No Ignorant Gimmicks pre-show. That's right. Yours truly, Kelvin Catley, JJ Jefferson, and our boy from D1 Ignorant University podcast, Captain Scully, are going to be in the building. We're going to do an exclusive pre-show, so stay tuned to the No Gimmicks social media platforms as well. You don't know who's going to stop by for an interview or to get something off their chest.
Off ours.
Well, thank goodness JB isn't here, because we know Demo would have pulled up on site.
Pulled up. He might pull up at DreamCon. Who knows?
Who knows? But MPX Addicts, thank y'all for tuning in to our Purge Prediction Show. We cannot wait to see you all again, old and new, back for MPX Wrestling. Before we sign out of here, Scully, Any final thoughts you want to tell the people your first time being on No Gimmicks?
I look forward to it. I look forward to everything. I am just excited and I'm ready for all of it. And just this rundown has gotten me even more excited now. So I'm ready. And I will see all of y'all at the Purge.
Cannot wait. Kelvin, before we get out of here, final thoughts for the people.
Great show, guys. Chat, thank you guys very much. Can't wait to see you guys back for the Purge in Fort Worth tomorrow night. I'm excited, and I look forward to this No Ignorant Gimmicks show tomorrow. So we'll see you guys.
Yes, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, take care of each other. Enjoy what you're going to enjoy. We are literally under about 20 hours away from the commencement of the annual Purge presented by Metroplex Wrestling. So get ready to hunker down. And I believe they've already said if you've got your mask, they want to see you bring them out there. So bring the mask, bring the spirit, bring the signs. It's going to get violent. It's going to get crazy, but we are in for a real good time. And until next time, we'll see y'all at the show. Enjoy what you're going to enjoy. Peace.
And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmicks, gimmicks.